Today we are going to install the GData version 13 business product with the management console. So the first thing that we are going to do is to, of course, download the installer for the version 13 business product, which is available at contronics.com/downloads. Now this download is pretty big. It's about 1.7 gigs, so you will have to wait a little while for the download to finish, even on a fast internet connection. So once you start the download, it will be just a little bit before you can actually start the installation. Okay, now that your download is finished, you will want to extract the zip file that you have just downloaded, which is called ENG_B13. Once that extraction is complete, go ahead and open the folder and run the setup.exe that is inside. Now you will be presented with 6 different options. The GData management server, which is actually the management server that will run on this machine, that allows you to control the client installations on your network. That will also install the GData administrator, which is the standalone client that will allow you to manage your network. Now this is also available here to install if you want to use it on a machine besides the management server. The GData security client is what you actually install on your servers and workstations, and you can manually install this without using the management server using the third button. The fourth option is the GData Boot CD Wizard, which will help you create a CD that you can boot from that will allow you to scan a system for viruses in case there is something preventing the system from booting into Windows. The fourth and fifth options are web-based administrator installers that will allow you to make your management server's console accessible from the web. The difference is the mobile administrator is, of course, customized for a mobile screen, either a tablet or a smartphone, and uses HTML versus Silverlight, which is what the web administrator uses, which is not compatible with mobile devices. So let's go ahead and choose the GData management server to install it. Now this is a pretty big installation, so of course it will take a little while to complete. The installer has finished extracting the necessary files to proceed with the installation. So go ahead and accept the terms of the license agreement to proceed. The default location for the GData installation will be in the Program Files folder. Go ahead and hit Next again to proceed to the next step of the installation. Here you are presented with three different choices for the installation of the server. The main server is of course the primary management server for a network that the clients will connect to update and to report any events on your environment. The secondary server is an installation that will take over if a main server fails for any reason. And a subnet server is something you would install at a remote location that will report back to your main server with all of the events, viruses found, anything that happens on the network that GData can detect. But this allows the clients in that branch location to update locally and not pull updates from your main office and to take the extra bandwidth. Since you do not already have a main server installed on your network, as this is your initial GData installation, let's go ahead and choose main server and hit Next to continue. Now we're presented with two choices, as GData does require an SQL instance to provide management. The Microsoft SQL Express will install the light version of Microsoft SQL on your system, and it is acceptable for any environment under 1,000 users. If you have more than 1,000 users, please use an existing SQL installation on another system. These are the license terms for the SQL Server Express, so go ahead and accept those and proceed with the installation. When you purchased your GData product, you were issued a license key. The license key actually tells the management server which features to install based on the product that you chose when you purchased. If you do not have a license key, you might have access data, which is what you are given when you activate a license key for the first time. If you are reinstalling the GData product, then you will use the access data option on this screen instead of the license key option, which is what we will choose to do the actual installation. So let's go ahead and choose the option that says Enter New License Key and click Next. Now I find it easier to copy and paste the license key instead of trying to sit there and type it in from my email or my document where I have it saved, since it is a long string of letters and numbers. Now, it's important that you fill in all of the information on the registration page for your license key, because this is the information that will be used to help you recover your access data in the future in case you lose the username and password that you are issued. Once you have filled in all the information, go ahead and hit Next. Now, this is the username and password that I've mentioned. Please copy and paste this or write this down, as you will need it in the future if you ever need to do a reinstall, or if you need a support request. Then this is the information that you give them to validate you have a GData product purchased. We have now finished the installation of our GData Management Console. Once you click Finish, you are done, and GData is now running on your server. On our next video, we will cover how to install the clients on your network and how to proceed with setting up the security in your environment.